in the kind of a short space of time, we've got some new content. We can announce it today that's coming on the 27th.
The Paradox Midsummer Sale is live. Save up to 80% on Paradox games by following the link on screen or in the description.
Hey everyone, We're back on stream and I've got some special guests with us today. This is going to be a pretty epic stream because we've got some exciting news for Prison Architect fans. On my left, I've got Gaz here, who is part of our new dev team. We're going to announce in just a second here. And then Stacy is one of our Paradox regulars. She is the product manager for this new IP that we have.
Fabulous game.
And let's jump right into the exciting news. Gaz, tell us where you're from.
Wow. So, hello everyone. I'm Gaz. I'm the game design manager at Double 11.
Double 11 is the new development studio for Prison Architect.
Woo!
But we say new, but is it really new?
Well, we've been involved in Prison Architect on the console versions with Introversion since about 2015. It released on console platforms on 2016, and we've been working on console versions ever since.
So we're looking at 3 years worth of jail time here.
Yeah. Personally, I was original back on the game back in 2012 as well, so this is sounds a bit cheesy, but like a real project of passion as well for me, and to be involved in bringing some great new content to PC as well. Even though we've been working on the console game and Introversion will continuing with the PC game, a lot of the mechanics and features and the depth of the game are shared across both platforms as well, and Introversion themselves brought some content over to console. From console to PC as well. So I've always been kind of, and myself, the other designers and community team have always been monitoring the PC threads as well about some of the content that they want as well. And
yeah, you're already embedded with this community then, so you know what's going on.
Hopefully, yeah. When you guys acquired the license, we knew that you were looking for a development partner as well. So we've a few months ago we pitched some ideas to you guys, and I guess the rest is history.
And we know that we got a lot of Prison Architect fans out there that want to know what's coming for Prison Architect. So although it's really early in the stages and we're just getting started, we do have some awesome stuff to share with this announcement, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Let's dig into it. Let's give the reveal. So let's tell people what you've already managed to get coming.
Yeah, so, it's a small team, but we've got the most skilled people that worked on Prison Architect on console as well, so I've put this team together in the UK, and
top of the line. I like it.
We're quite
first responders.
Yeah. So we've only been working for a short amount of time, but we looked at what kind of content we could bring onto the PC in a kind of a first update. And we've been looking at the community feedback on Reddit, as well as some of your channels, and some things that we could maybe bring across from console, some things we could improve on the game, and we'll continue to do that as well. But in the kind of a short space of time, we've got some new content that we can kind of announce that's coming. We can announce it today, that's coming on the 27th.
That's right. So what we've got coming on, just something that we're able to get right out the door, is a free update that costs absolutely nothing to all players, that involves bug fixes and some behind-the-scenes updates, some things that are going to make the quality of life of the game better, some things that we're putting out. And I was waiting for you to say that word. The entire chat was about to go berserk. They're sitting here, $20,
Free.
£15, $30. How many
27.
DLC? Completely free.
Yeah.
Zero.
Next week, guys, that 27th.
And this is coming out, next week on the 27th. We're going to come out with this. This is a gift that Double 11 has already been able to put forth to show how much you guys care about the community, that we understand that this community has been working for a long time, getting some free updates from Introversion, and we're not going to stop making some free content.
Of course, yeah, that's That's exactly right. So I can talk about some of the stuff that.
Let's jump into it. We have it listed out here.
Yeah.
Let's just go through some of the list of stuff. Don't worry, everyone. We're gonna put this out on all social media and Steam and stuff, so you'll get a list of exactly what's coming out. But let's just read off some of the things we got. What's number 1?
So, I guess in no particular order, we're going to introduce some new tiles, some new objects. Specifically walls and floors.
Walls and floors.
I'm such a decorator. I always get so excited when it's like new objects.
So the floors, checkered floor, an iron floor, a cargo floor, and snow flooring. So checkered floor would kind of give that
kind of like kitchen feel, like
like a kind of a 1960s diner feel.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So so there's a cargo floor is a bit more like a sci-fi feel. If you wanted to make a sci-fi kind of a spaceship-looking prison, perhaps.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
And snow's obviously looks like snow.
Snow. Okay. But what about the walls? Because I actually really like this wallpaper idea. Can we do like the Japanese like wall screens? Is that one of them?
It's
No?
not, but it's definitely
okay.
on my list. For the future. So the ones that we're doing, the 4 walls we're doing, a white wall, so it's kind of a breeze block wall, a barred wall, and a tiled wall, so those are kind of maybe for more like shower rooms, and a hedge, which kind of acts like a weak wall. But if people out there
that's going to be easy to break out of, right?
Do they hit it down, or are they going to climb over it, or how does it work with the hedge?
They'll be able to climb over it.
Oh.
But it's obviously a lot weaker than.
Is it like a prickly
betting
hedge?
that by the 28th,
it's like a kind of a hedge maze hedge.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. By the 28th, we're going to have like hedge mazes, and people are just going to try and trap their prisoners in hedges, like you did in Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I think my favourite's the barred wall, which when I've been to, like, say, Alcatraz and a few of the prisons, a lot of the cells are just all bars all the way around. But then you have the cell door. So this will allow players to build cells just like that as well. So it will kind of be bars all the way down. Look a bit like the jail doors at the moment, but then they can add that to the jail doors as well.
That's going to look awesome.
Really cool. I feel like you can do a much more like old-timey prison with these updates.
We've got like so many other ideas for new objects and tiles and floors as well. So I guess watch this space, and I'm sure the community have got tons of ideas
we'll see.
as well.
But let's say we got some people who don't just want cosmetic stuff. What's some of our other updates?
Yes, we've got a fair few other things as well. A quick one is we increased the foreman cap, the foreman member of staff. So the foreman's typically there you hire him and he opens up your bureaucracy tree of abilities, and but then one of the features that were added later were programs, and the foreman's also used to teach some carpentry programs to the prisoners.
Yeah, makes efficiency.
But it's a bit hard to do that with only one foreman in a large prison, so we've kind of released the cap on the foreman so you can hire more foremen. So that was
cool. So the cap is now at 4, correct?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Awesome. Also, we I think this was a community feedback that a lot of objects were lacking the rotations as well because they didn't have these extra sprites.
I definitely have a hard time with that.
Yes.
Do we have anyone in the chat who's a little OCD and can't stand that there's only like 2, sometimes 1 rotation for every single item? So that's been changed now.
So yeah, we created the additional sprites for many of the objects that were missing those extra rotations that felt like they should. Obviously, tree would be a bit weird, like upside down. But
Upside down.
and we fixed a few bugs with that as well.
Nice.
And also like reorganised some of the object groups as well. So there's now a walls and doors group, an objects group, and a flooring group.
Oh, that's so nice.
Some nice categorization there. Makes it a little easier to navigate.
Makes it easier
quality
for us to
of
add
life
more
stuff,
things
right?
maybe later.
Yeah, definitely add space for adding more things later. What else have we got coming down this list?
Okay, so kind of 2 new options or 2 new buttons on the HUD as well. So the first is a guard response option. So this will be part of your security buttons, which are the red ones in the corner of the HUD, in the bottom right corner. And what the guard response button will do is if you click it and then click the map, you'll call nearby guards over to the area. So let's say there's a riot going on and you want to get guards there, you click it, and then the more you click it, the more guards.
So now you no longer have to go and purchase a bunch of new guards. You know, the moment you want to fix.
That's it.
That's
That's the exact
riot.
reason for it. Because I found that if there was an incident kicking off, you would instinctively want to hire
because
more
you
guards.
needed people there. Yeah.
But then you'd have to kind of remember to fire them afterwards. So that's the first new button.
Saves that awkward conversation where you're like, sorry, I only needed you for that riot.
Yeah. Now you're
Please
fired.
leave.
Stay by the phone for the next one. And the other, I guess, new button is a tunnel search option. So players will be aware of the shakedown button, which sets all the guards off to search every single cell and every single object that's searchable in the game. But everyone is aware that can take quite a long time. So this tunnel search option will specifically search for tunnels, so it searches all toilets.
What else have we got?
Okay, so we've got some additional quick rooms as well. This was a really popular feature on console, but also on PC, and it was brought over to PC.
I love quick rooms.
Yeah, I do as well. Yeah, the new quick rooms are improved cell. So not a luxury cell, but not a basic cell either, somewhere in between. Holding cell, a medical bay, a shop, a shower room, a staff room, and a workshop.
That's more than just a few.
Yeah, so one or two more.
Do you know the size of the new cells?
I believe the basic cell's 6 tiles, so it's 2 by 3. I think this one is 4 by 4.
Okay.
For the improved cell.
So that's looking at the same size as the luxury cell.
Is this luxury cell 4 by 4? Maybe it's slightly smaller then.
That's what I'm trying to remember. Where's the pros in the stream? Is the luxury cell 4 by 4 or 5 by 4? Someone out there knows.
Someone will know.
Yeah.
But either way, it's what you fill it with that makes it much easier, and having these quick rooms gets it filled up. It's 5 by 4. No, now the chat can't decide. You guys are just trying to throw us off right now.
I guess
Come on, guys. Can you give it to us real?
5 by 88. That's my ideal cell size. If I ever get put in jail.
Just one long strip.
We open the floodgate. Never ask the community for a cell size. That's 69 by 69, right?
Oh dear.
Either way,
dear.
11 by 11 maybe.
It's a nice mid-level for when you're trying to get. I mean, this would probably maybe be for. For me, I'd like to use this for some of the minimum security prisoners, stuff like that, or if I'm building something where I want a little nicer quality, but not luxury expensive.
Yeah.
Not for the prison snitches. Yeah. Not for the snitches, just for the good.
If you got if you have a load of prisoners that are now being well behaved and they deserve a higher quality cell, which is a mechanic in the game, then you could stamp down a few of these improved cells.
I like to give my prisoners like high quality cells and they just live their best prison life.
You're too nice of a warden. I played co-op with you, Stacey.
I know, I was too kind of a warden, I know.
She wanted to like decorate it like a Sims house and like make sure that it looked pretty and stuff.
Because everyone gets a plant.
Well, the first thing I would do is find my prisoner in the game and then upgrade my cell. But then, as my prisoner character's not worthy of it, he gets taken out.
Oh no! You don't deserve this beautiful cell.
Yeah. So.
Okay, but sounds awesome.
I'll keep going. So, last two. So there's a. Improvement to the following feature, the following mechanic. So this exists in the game already, where you can follow members of staff and prisoners, but it's a little bit tricky to do it. Sometimes the menu kind of is hidden or pops behind another menu, so it's a lot simpler now. Essentially, you can just click on a character or an inmate and double click, and then the camera's set to follow that prisoner, and you can then speed up time and do other things, and the camera will still follow the prisoner. This was another kind of community desire as well, that to make the following a bit easier.
I've definitely read that one on the social media.
I mean, it's not multiple floors, but guys, give us a little bit of time. We're working on
it was a very short period of time.
I know. The moment you guys hear that there's an update, you're just dreaming of all the things coming to Prison Architect. But let's get this last update, and then we'll talk about what the future is for Prison Architect.
So that might have been the last one actually. I'm out of order. But we've added. Oh, sorry, no, I've discussed that already about the rotation. So yeah, that was the last one.
We want to carry on very much the goal of working with you as a community to bring you guys the most popular content, which will include some paid-for DLC. But as we've been collecting feedback from you, we did this when we first acquired the IP, or the Architect series, is that we're listening to you guys to know what it is you guys would want. So
Yes.
we're going to start up a monthly series where we're going to be having someone from Double 11, probably Gaz. You'll be there for most of those
I
streams,
hope so,
I'm assuming.
yeah.
And
Sign me
we
up.
are just going to take that time to listen to you guys and hear what it is you guys want in the game. Cross-platform saves. That's kind of an interesting one. Does Double 11 have experience working with cross-platform saves on any of the games you've worked with?
On Prison Architect specifically, of course the console version doesn't have a Steam Workshop, which is how the prison sharing is done on PC, whereas on console we created this kind of World of Wardens area where players could submit the prisons, and those could be shared like cross-platform as well.
Awesome.
And then you can download them and edit them and then re-upload them again.
Speaking of which, what are some of the other games and projects that Double 11 has worked on?
People probably know us best for Goat Simulator.
Goat Simulator.
I love Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
It's so hilarious.
So it's that. There's that. We also worked on our first game was Little Big Planet on the Vita. That was back in 2009. So we're 10
like
years old
a
now.
long time ago.
Also, we've worked on Limbo as well. We've worked on a lot of the Pixel Junk series games as well, such as Shooter Ultimate, Monsters, and some other secret games. maybe hear about this year, but a lot of Prison Architect as well. Ever since we've been trusted with Introversion to work on it in about 2015.
I see some questions out there about the mobile version, though, and you could definitely help out with that. What's going on with our mobile game right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's still out there. I think it's great. It's on the Android and the iOS tablets. I mean, I think it's super cute. Right now,
Cute is the word you're using.
I think it is cute.
Cute.
And yeah, you can absolutely get it. Right now, we're just basically having the conversation about what's next for mobile. But I guess stay tuned on that one as well.
When looking at development studios that we thought could handle Prison Architect and continue this great legacy, Double 11 was the obvious choice. You're the veterans, the
experts.
Really, the only other dev studio out there that's already been working on Prison Architect. So it was a pretty natural fit. Mod support. We have got pretty thriving community of mods on Steam Workshop, and on console, it's a lot of prisons and sharing that you can do there too. But what are your guys' ideas on mod support? What's our overall goal here?
I mean, Paradox as a company is always like extremely pro mods. I mean, we love the modding community. It's our favorite. So I mean, whatever we can do for the modding community, while also making our goals for new content and updates and all of that, we're gonna do, because I mean, we love to enable modders.
We do indeed.
That's
if
our
anyone
favorite.
follows any of our games,
Yes.
CK2, City Skylines, Europa Universal, I mean, we can name them all pretty much. Some really open modding. So I'm sure that's something that we'll probably be working together on. But, I mean, this is stuff we'll have to plan out in the future. I would love to, if you guys will come back next week. I'll be there. Gaz, you should be there. Come with some specific ideas. Because if you just say mod support, I mean, the game's already got mod support. Better mod support doesn't exactly give us too much direction.
We need the nitty-gritty details of what you guys want.
One thing I like to do is I work with a lot of modders specifically. When it comes to surviving Mars, City Skylines, we've got an entire team with a mod beta, and they give me the specifics. Like if they want specific kinds of shaders, if they want us to open this parameter or whatever it is, and we get them connected. So I'm sure that we'll end up finding some of you prominent modders out there. You can always hit us up on social media, and we'll work out what we can do there. Something that we do need to get to, actually forgot we were going to bring this up sooner, but with this process that we're coming out with, where we have new updates and fixes coming to the game, we realized pretty quickly on that we needed to, in a way, consolidate the workload so that we could continue with a regular series of updates. Because that's the plan, you guys, is we want to come up with regular updates and new content, new features. And to do that, we had to make a hard decision that came with a naming system that's in the game, which we probably got a lot of early backers here in the chat. Anyone here, just give us a shout out if you're an early backer or if you already have your name in the game. I'm sure we got a lot of people out there. But something that we needed to do, and we want to be transparent with you, is that we are going to actually cut off this system in August. August
6th is the last day you can update your bio for name in the game. So your name will still totally be in the game.
So we're not getting rid of
changing.
those.
It's just that, the updates themselves were... basically, we couldn't develop at the speed we wanted to.
There's a lot of manual work. A lot of people don't realize that it involved a lot of people sitting at computers for late nights just typing in all of your edits to your actually really incredible backstories. But
there's some great bios.
It was a trade-off that we hate because we love this system. It's an amazing system, and we love having all of these community members be within the game, but realistically, with the size of Double 11's team, and in order to progress for this game, we felt that was something that was just too much manual work to keep going.
Yeah.
We're going to go to two things really quick. The first one is I see people asking about the performance of the game and what we might be able to do there. Now, you guys have already started looking at behind the scenes. One of the things Double 11 has to do, and you know more about this than I do, is getting familiar with the code. What is just an overall general overview of what you do to try and increase the performance of a game?
Oh, wow.
It's a broad question, I know. Because I know it's something we're looking at. But
we are looking at it. We've already made a couple of small performance improvements to the way some of the bios are loaded in. Ultimately, we want to try and cut down, if we can, the loading times a bit.
Yeah.
And I think for everybody, make sure that big prisons with tons of entities and tons of characters is running at a decent speed. So.
Yeah, and the second one is that you guys will notice as part of this update that Introversion's links won't be going to Introversion anymore. I think that's something you all probably guessed when we bought the game, is that we're not going to keep sending you to Introversion's forums. So you're going to see some of those I guess you could say the menu changes as well. The wiki's still up. We still are running that. We've still got the game for everyone to play, but just be aware that with this free update, we did do some of the, I guess...
The links and stuff.
All the links and stuff like that.
Paradox pointing.
And this is obviously no attempt to ever erase Introversion because we love them.
Yeah, we love them.
all the work they've done. They will forever be the creators of Prison Architect.
Yes.
And we are so happy that they trusted us to continue with this game. So we're doing everything we can to make sure that you guys value what we're doing. That's why we brought Double 11 in. They are literally the best company out there that could be running Prison Architect right now, while Introversion goes to work on their other game. And we hope you guys feel the same. Thank you, everyone. Let's give everyone a nice goodbye.
Bye, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in.
See you next week.